Apply volume formulas. How can you use a formula to find the volume of a rectangular prism? So here we have a rectangular prism, and we know the bottom layer is 4 times 4, and then we have 3 levels of that. So if I want to find the volume of a rectangular prism, I take the length times the width or depth, same thing, and multiply it by the height. That's the formula to solve the volume of a rectangular prism. So go ahead and use what we know to solve this problem. What is the volume of this rectangular prism? Volume equals the length times the depth or width times the height. Now I can change these to any order I want because of the commutative property of multiplication. But this is actually easy because 5 times 4 is 20, and then 20 times 8 is 160. So my volume of this box is 160, and I'm going to say inches because that's my label, and cubed. Or I could say cubic inches. So begin with these problems. Go ahead and solve this problem and then check your work. So I got 140 cubic feet, and notice I can write it in 2 different ways. When I started solving this problem, I actually did 4 times 5 first because that made it easier for me to solve in my head. Try this one and then resume the video. This one required a little more effort because the multiplication was a little more complex. But I got 1,008 cubic inches. Try this one. It's a little bit different. You're actually missing the height instead of trying to find the volume. You already know the volume. So try it and then resume. Here I'm going to set up my formula here. Volume equals the length times the width times the height, which I don't know. So I'm going to put in an unknown. I'm going to put an n for that, trying to solve for n. So here I know the volume is 900. So I can actually erase the v here. If I could only get it to work. Okay, there you go. I erase the v, and instead I'm going to put in 900. So now I just have to figure out what the n is equal to. So I'm going to say, okay, what's 15 times 6? That's 90. So 90 times something is 900. And I can actually do that in my head, or I could use the inverse operation. So the unknown is worth 10 because 90 groups of 10 is 900. And therefore my height is 10 centimeters. And I could fill that in over here. If I were a 4-level student, I would check my work. I would say 10 times 15 times 6, and I would see if I come up with 900. If I did, then I would know that my answer was correct. Here's a real-life problem. Give this one a shot. The Jade Restaurant has a large aquarium on display. The base of the aquarium is 5 feet by 2 feet. So if I were to draw this out quickly, it would look like this, 5 feet by 2 feet. The height of the aquarium is 4 feet. How many cubic feet of water are needed to completely fill the aquarium? So we're looking for the volume of the space that's inside the aquarium if it were filled with water. So I'm going to use my formula. Remember, it doesn't matter which order you multiply these in because of the commutative property. So 20 times 2 is 40. So I get 40 cubic feet. You can also write it like this, 40 feet cubed. Try this one all on your own and then resume the video. The answer I came up with was 32 cubic feet. I had to use the information from the last problem right here in order to solve that. So I found the volume of the new aquarium and then subtracted the volume of the other aquarium from the Jade restaurant. I got 32 cubic feet. Here's your last problem. Write a formula to determine the volume of the box. If you don't have this, then you need to go back to the beginning of the lesson. Here we go. Volume equals your base times your width times your height. That's it.